If you haven't taken acid, it's a great drug. You gotta take it, but you only get 6 times. You'll get 6 times, and then your 7th time, it's just like images of people dying, your parents getting shot in the face, and then you quit doing drugs, you're depressed for 7 years, and start stand-up comedy. Hi, I'm Dave Ross. Nice to meet you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. This is what's known as a robbery. Do not move, do not move.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the sketch show Women, please give it up for Mr. Dave Ross, everybody. Let him hear it.
I grew up like a reserved kid. I was, I didn't like do any drugs or drink through high school. I didn't smoke cigarettes. Cigarettes were bad, you know, and so I went to college and I was like, I'm gonna keep doing that. And then I met this girl and she smoked cigarettes and I was like, I love cigarettes. They're so great. I love everything about them. And so I went to school in LA and I lived in a dorm on the corner of Exposition and Figueroa. And I don't know if you know that neighborhood, but and we were watching a local news program in my dorm room one night called The Action News. And I've always loved that name. Action in your news. Yeah, election coverage with tits. So we're watching it. There's a top 10 every night on the Action News. And this top 10 was the top 10 places in Los Angeles with the most beatings. Like, could you use any other language besides the beatings? Ah! It was like, we couldn't believe it. We watched the whole thing and got to number one. Number one place in LA with the most beatings is the corner of Exposition and Figueroa. And they showed a picture of the Chevron we went to every day to buy cigarettes. And I was like, all right, well, we're quitting cigarettes for sure. No more smoking. Really do not need that in our lives. Cool. So anyway, like 6 months later, I took a bunch of acid and went to the beating Chevron to buy cigarettes. And I should say, this is my first time ever taking acid, so acid hadn't made me sad yet. I don't know, if you haven't taken acid, it's a great drug. You gotta take it, but you only get 6 times. You'll get 6 times, and then your 7th time, it's just like images of people dying, your parents getting shot in the face, and then you quit doing drugs, you're depressed for 7 years, and start stand-up comedy. Hi, I'm Dave Ross. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you very much. So we were happy, you know? First time. We've been dating for 6 months. We're in love. Let's just dance around and look at all the lights and colors. This is going to be wonderful. Yeah, Watts has so much to offer us tonight. And so we're just sort of like dancing up to the Chevron, and I walk up to the window, and I'm like, I'll have a pack of Marlboro Lights, please. And then I give him a $10 bill. The guy gives me back a pack of Marlboro Lights and $15, which is extra. And look, I'm a pretty honest guy. Normally, I would just give the money back. You gave me extra, take this. But I was on fucking acid at the time. And I don't care how honest you are, your immediate gut reaction to getting extra money is always just, hell yeah, keeping this. And acid, all it does is it takes whatever emotion you're feeling and multiplies it by 10 million. So this guy gives me extra money, I look at him and say out loud, oh yeah. Ooh yeah, I am rich, man. No more problems for Dave Ross. I'm showing my girlfriend as we both simultaneously Monty Burns our way across the street, you know? Talking about all the houses and boats and cars we're gonna buy with all our new money. And as we're doing that, the door of the Chevron flies open. The dude from inside goes running across the street and starts screaming at me in my face. Give me my money! You took my money! Give me that money back! And I don't know what happened. It's $5, but I was like, it's mine. You're not getting this. And so I pulled out my wallet. It was in my pocket, and I showed him there's no money in the wallet. And of course, the screaming person is reasonable. So what he did was he took my wallet out of my hand, ran across the street, locked himself in the Chevron, and called the cops on me. I mean, you know, or on himself for stealing my wallet. But either way, I'm on acid now, and the cops are coming. So the next emotion I'm filled with is just epic fear. I had a bag of weed in my pocket. I gave it to my girlfriend. I was like, baby, take this and never come back. She just grabbed it from me, said, I'll miss you, and just ran. And I don't know, there was something about seeing her run that just put me in this, like, I can do this, man. It just changed. It was fear, and now it's courage. And I turned around, and in my head, all that was happening was just like, you know what I mean? I was like, Kashmir by Led Zeppelin's playing in my head as I'm walking up the hill to the It wasn't a hill, but it felt like a hill, you know what I mean? I'm walking up the hill to the Chevron, and as I'm thinking, I gotta do this, man. My parents can't find out. I can't go to prison. I gotta make it through this. And as I'm thinking all that crazy shit, I hear, hey. 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 And I look over, and there is a police officer in a full uniform staring at me. And I am staring at him. I don't think that happens to cops that often. I think normally if a cop talks, everyone's like, sorry, sir. Here I am. Apologies. But this cop was like, hey. Actually, he was probably just going, hey. But I was hearing, so I just don't even move as he stares at me. He stares at me, hey, and I'm just like, the fuck do you want? Just looking at him, we stare at each other for minutes. That's probably 10 seconds, but you know, we stared at each other for like 5,000 years, for sure. I'm looking at him, and he breaks eventually, and he goes, hey man, what happened here? I just looked him dead in his eyes and said, everything. And then he said, all right, you're on drugs, for sure. And that's when I started crying. I just started crying immediately. I am! I didn't even try to lie. I am on drugs! I'm sorry, sir! Don't call my dad! Do you know my dad? I'm sorry! And after that, I could only say those two words. I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I'm sorry, sir! I'm sorry! And he's just like, oh my God, calm down, man. I'm not here to bust you. I just came for the... I'm gonna talk to that guy over there. So we went and he talked to the guy in the Chevron. Came back like 17,000 years later, you know? Hands me my wallet back and he's like, do you have the guy's money? And I was like, sure, here you go. And he goes, listen, like I said, I'm not here to bust you. I just want you to be safe. Please tell me, what drugs did you take tonight? In my head, I was like, it can't be acid. Acid's too messed up. So I just panicked and said, meth. And he's like, meth? I was like, not much, but yeah, meth. So I do meth. He's like, oh my God, go home. Would you please go home? You live over there, right? You go to school here? Go home. And I was like, okay. I'm sorry. And as I'm walking away, I get like 10 steps away from this cop, and he stops me and runs after me. And he's like, oh, wait, one more thing. Was that your girlfriend I saw walking away before? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, dude, walk her home. Don't you know how many beatings there are in this neighborhood? Thank you guys so much. I'm Dave Ross.